Recording in progress.
Hello, and welcome to this presentation on the challenges and best practices of using chatbots in intercultural education. My name is Risang Baskara, and currently I am a full-time staff in English Letters Department, Universitas Sanata Dharma Yogyakarta. Today, we will delve into the potential of chatbots in enhancing intercultural communication in the classroom, as well as exploring the challenges and limitations that come with using chatbots in intercultural education. In this presentation, we will cover the following topics. We are going to discuss the introduction to intercultural education, the potential of chatbots in intercultural education, challenges and limitations of using chatbots in intercultural education, best practices for chatbot design and implementation, and the last one will be conclusion and future research direction. Let's start with the first, introduction to intercultural education. Intercultural education is the vital component of education in today's world. With the increasing globalization and interconnectedness of our society, it is more than important than ever for people to understand and appreciate different cultures. The main objective of intercultural education is to promote cultural awareness, understanding, and respect among individuals. It also helps individuals to recognize the differences and similarities between their own culture and others, and to develop a deeper appreciation of different ways of life. In order to develop intercultural competence, individuals must engage in a process of learning about different cultures. This includes not just gaining knowledge about cultural practices and beliefs, but also actively participating in cultural activities and interaction. Intercultural education provides a platform for individuals to engage in these experiences and to develop the skills necessary for effective intercultural communication. This includes the ability to understand cultural differences, to communicate effectively across cultural boundaries, and to adapt one's communication style to different cultural contexts. Intercultural competence is an essential skill in today's world, and it is essential for individuals to have this kind of ability in order to succeed in globalized society. Intercultural education is the key to developing intercultural competence, and it provides individuals with the foundation they need to effectively engage with people from different cultural backgrounds. By promoting cultural awareness, understanding, and respect, intercultural education helps individuals to build strong relationship across um, cultural boundaries and to create a more inclusive and harmonious world. And with the advancement of technology, chatbots have emerged as a potential tool to support intercultural education. Chatbots can provide students with access to authentic, culturally relevant materials and support language learning through interactive and engaging activities. They also have the potential to provide personalized and on-demand support to students, which can enhance their intercultural communication skills. However, using chatbots in intercultural education comes with its own set of challenges and limitations. The design and implementation of chatbots require careful consideration of intercultural competence, as chatbot must be able to communicate and interact effectively with people from different cultural backgrounds. There are also limitations in the language capabilities of chatbots, which can somehow oversimplify cultural differences and lead to misunderstanding. Furthermore, there are technical challenges that must be overcome to ensure that the chatbot is reliable and user-friendly, and there are also ethical concerns that must be addressed. Despite these challenges and limitations, chatbots have the potential to positively impact intercultural communication and support the development of intercultural competence in students. It is also important to consider best practices for chatbot design and implementation, such as incorporating culturally relevant materials and activities and using diverse perspectives to inform the development process. By taking these steps, it is possible to harness the potential of chatbots to support intercultural education and help students develop the intercultural competence they need to succeed in our globalized world. Now, let's move on to the challenges and limitation of chatbots in intercultural education. Despite the potential benefits of chatbots in intercultural education, there are also a number of challenges and limitations that need to be considered. These include difficulty in creating chatbots that can effectively communicate and interact with people from different cultural backgrounds, limitation in language capabilities, oversimplification of cultural differences, technical challenges, and the last one is ethical concern. These challenges and limitations can affect the quality and effectiveness of chatbots in intercultural education and must be carefully considered in the design and implementation of chatbots. For example, chatbots may offer simplify cultural differences and perpetuate stereotypes, which can lead to misunderstanding and reinforce cultural biases. The limitation in language capabilities can also affect the ability of chatbots to accurately and effectively communicate and interact with students, which can somehow undermine their potential to support language learning. Furthermore, the technical challenges such as compatibility issues with different devices and internet connectivity can also affect the usability and accessibility of chatbots in intercultural education. Additionally, ethical concerns such as data privacy and data security must be taken into consideration when using chatbots in intercultural education. Chatbots can collect and store large amounts of sensitive and personal information about students, and it is important to ensure that this information is protected and used in accordance with the ethical standards. While chatbots have the potential to positively impact intercultural education, they also come with a number of challenges and limitations that must be carefully considered. It is important to take into account the cultural backgrounds of the students to ensure that chatbots are designed and implemented in a way that promotes cultural awareness, understanding, and respect. And don't forget to develop intercultural competence. Best practices for chatbot design and implementation must be followed to ensure that chatbots are effective and meaningful tools for intercultural education. Now, to overcome these challenges and limitations, it is important to adopt best practices for chatbot design and implementation in intercultural education. These include incorporating intercultural competence in the design process, use diverse and culturally relevant materials, ensuring language capabilities meet the needs of the target audience, avoiding oversimplification of cultural differences, ensuring technical stability and security, and also addressing the ethical consideration. Implementing these best practices can help ensure that chatbots effectively support intercultural education and can help promote cultural awareness, understanding, and respect. By incorporating intercultural competence into the design process, chatbot can be designed to effectively communicate and interact with people from different cultural backgrounds. It helps to overcome one of the major challenges of chatbot design in intercultural education. Using diverse and culturally relevant materials is also important as it helps to avoid oversimplification of cultural differences and to provide students with access to authentic, culturally relevant information. This can help to support language learning and to support and to promote cultural understanding and respect. In addition, it is important to ensure that the language capabilities of the chatbot meet the needs of the target audience, so the students are able to effectively engage with the chatbot and receive the support they need. Finally, it is important to ensure the technical stability and security and to address ethical considerations. Technical stability and security are critical to ensuring that chatbots are able to provide effective and reliable support to students, while ethical considerations are important to ensure that the use of chatbots in intercultural education is responsible and in line with ethical standards. By adopting these best practices, chatbots can play a valuable role in supporting intercultural education and promoting cultural awareness, understanding, and also respect. So, in conclusion, this study highlights the importance of considering intercultural competence and best practices for chatbot design and implementation when using chatbots in intercultural education. This research provides valuable insight for educators, technologists, and researchers, and also encourages future research to investigate the use of chatbots in intercultural education to further investigate the challenges, limitations, and practices, and to investigate the potential of chatbots to support the development of intercultural competence. And that concludes the presentation on the challenges and best practices of using chatbots in intercultural education. Thank you very much for joining me in this presentation. If you have any question or comments, please feel free to reach out. Have a great day and thank you.